This is Duke Ihenacho, safety for the Denver Broncos, and you're watching Wise and Foolish TV.
What's going on, everybody? As you see, we back on Wise and Foolish TV. I'm Tyrone.
I'm Ashley, reporting live from Wise and Foolish Sports TV. Tonight, you guys like our little sports conference setup here?
Yeah, got a nice little setup for it. You know what I'm saying? We got views. We got a lot of windows. We got views. All you walk inside my house, all you see is views.
Oh my God. Okay.
Who we got today, Ashley?
We have Duke, and correct me if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. Duke Ihenacho.
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 Yeah.
From
Ihenacho.
the Denver Broncos.
That's right.
Sorry.
That's right.
Broncos,
How you guys doing? How you guys doing?
How are you? Thank you for coming down.
I'm fine. I'm doing excellent. I just got back in town like 2 weeks ago. Started training last week. I'm just getting acclimated to, being back in the city and just the fast life. And so
Right.
I'm good though. I'm happy. I'm happy to be home and I'm ready to start my off season.
This is home for you.
It is.
You grew up in Carson.
Grew up in Carson. That's right.
Nice. Sarah High School.
That's right. Yeah, Sarah High School. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you, I read you went undrafted.
I did go undrafted. That's right.
How did you feel when you signed that contract with the Denver Broncos?
You know what? I mean, when you go undrafted, it's kind of disappointing, and you realize you still you're gonna have the opportunity to play, but you just didn't get drafted. Everybody always wants to get drafted.
Of course.
But when I signed the contract, it was really like one of those contracts like you're gonna sign it right now, but you can still get cut at any time.
Yeah, because I
You know what I
read
mean?
up on it how they was playing with you.
They
Yeah.
were.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
really were.
They sign you, then they cut you, then they sign you again, then they cut you. Why?
It's not really one of those contracts, that are like set in stone where you sign
Right.
it and you're just on the team.
No, of course.
It's just one of those contracts where I signed it, and given how I performed in camp and preseason, then you will have to sign another contract to be on the active roster. So when I finally just made it onto the active roster this past year, I mean it was just kind of just like a relief. And it was kind of
we made it.
yeah, it was kind of
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
I
No
mean,
pressure.
that's a blessing just for the simple fact that not a lot of people can say, you know what, I didn't get drafted, but I am on an NFL team that participated in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It was definitely a
what I'm
grind.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's definitely tight. That's real tight.
Speaking of Super Bowl, I have to get into this, right?
Right.
For those of you who are not football fans, let me refresh your memory. Denver Broncos made it to the Super Bowl this year. What was that like playing in your first Super Bowl?
It was cool. It was cool. I mean, once I got into the game, it was kind of just like a normal game, but just the week leading up to it and the practices and all the media hype, it was pretty surreal. And just being out there in New York for a week, as opposed to being in the city for a few days, we got to really experience all the hype and media. So the whole Super Bowl experience was fun. The only thing that was fun was that we lost. That's it. But I mean,
You win some, you lose
I think
you made it.
Yeah,
you made it.
Yeah,
Didn't mean to call you.
So
You got that jersey with that young patch on there.
yeah, I
right?
do, man.
You know
I do.
what I'm
I
saying?
got it,
So,
man. I got it at the house, man. I gotta make sure I keep that.
You gotta
But
frame that, man.
oh, no question,
Yeah,
no
you
question.
gotta
It's gonna
frame
get framed, but I mean, I gotta give it time, give it some time.
Right.
Find my house, find a man cave, and then put it up. So
Okay, so on Twitter recently, you
Right.
said, I done been unfollowed,
Right.
blocked,
Right.
curved. For those of you who don't know what curved is, because I didn't know, I just found out that means rejected, right? Curved, etc. More in the last 3 weeks than I ever have.
yeah.
How does that make you feel that people are responding so strongly to this loss? Being that,
Well,
you're one person on a big roster.
Well, the thing about it is that tweet actually had nothing to do with football.
Oh, it did?
It had nothing to do with the Super Bowl,
What?
actually. So yeah.
What did it have to do with it?
It was actually I had posted a picture on my Instagram, and I just since people saw that, people just started responding to me a little different, but it had nothing to do with
With a
football.
girl or something like that?
Not me with a girl, but a girl.
Of a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, they was hating on you.
They was sideline hating.
Yeah.
They was salty.
Yeah, salty.
Oh, that was
My man. Salty, that's the word.
They was salty.
That's the word.
I mean, it'd be like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
It'd be
saying?
like
But,
that. It'd be like
Yeah.
that.
You know,
It'd be like that.
I'm pretty sure you know how to, what I'm saying, go and brush your shoulders
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but no, to answer your question though, people have reacted a little differently since the loss. Not really me personally, but just for us as a team.
Right.
but we just got to not listen to it and just keep, keep moving forward. And we got another season to play. We can't do anything about it now.
Right.
So, the mission is the same. We still want to win the Super Bowl, but we just got to, wait another year to do that, to have the opportunity.
How is it playing with one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Mr. Peyton?
Man,
Omaha.
It's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. He's exactly how he is. The way he is in person is the way he is on TV. So I mean, what you see is what you get. Right. He's a leader. He makes people accountable.
Yeah.
He's as hard as a worker I've ever seen. He really is there before everybody else and leaves after everybody else, and he works hard, man. And some of the balls that he throws are incredible, and how he leads a team and how he makes checks, and he's just too smart and too intelligent. And
I was about to say that.
It's crazy.
By you being a defensive player,
man.
Is he? I'm pretty sure he's a role model for you defensive players as well too. And I mean, he gets on you guys. Hey, you should have made the tackle, or you should have made that.
Yeah, well, Peyton's he's gonna be a leader to everybody. Yeah. Not just offense. He's gonna be a leader to everybody. So if he can help, however he can help, whether you say. He might say, okay, dude, you showing your blitz too early. I know. Yeah. I know anybody else is gonna pick it up, so you might want to disguise that, or you might not want to disguise this time.
Yeah.
So he does lend a hand in, all facets of the game.
Okay. Growing up.
Big question, ladies and gentlemen.
Who was your favorite football team and player?
Man, you know what? My favorite football team was growing up, up until my life. Getting ready to go to the draft. My favorite team was the St. Louis Rams, and my favorite player growing up was actually Brian Dawkins. Okay.
Wow. Our camera guy loves that. Our director loves that.
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins, killer.
Yeah. So. He's a guy I looked up to, and before I even started playing football, I always looked up to Brian Dawkins, and I just like to say Louis Rams because the greatest show on turf, and they were scoring all these points, and they were in LA at one time.
Yeah, I was about to say you must have liked the LA Rams.
Yeah, they were LA at one time, so it was just kind of just love at first sight when I first saw them.
Okay. So how has pro football changed your life? Like I want to know about the money. I want to know about the groupies, the women, family, all that.
Well, we can't groupies. He posted a picture.
And they got salty.
Got salty. So that means
you
take it or
for
something
me,
like that?
I'm still kind of fresh in the game.
Right.
And I've only had like 1 year of really a lot of experience this past year, so I haven't experienced it to a crazy level.
Gotcha.
But it changed my life. Obviously, you meet people that you probably wouldn't meet if you weren't in that environment. Mm-hmm. People treat you different. I don't think that's life changing, but people naturally treat you different. You know what I mean? There's people that I speak to, and before they know I play football, they're rude about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then somehow they find out I play football, and it's like, oh, they're nice. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things to it, but for the most part, the only thing it's just I'm able to buy whatever I want. You know what I mean? And not really rely on my parents, and my gas tank is always full.
So you throwing it in the bag.
Stuff like that.
What was your first big purchase?
My first big purchase, probably my car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Probably my car, and it wasn't even a lot like really expensive. I had stacked a lot of little checks at first because I was bouncing from practice squad to active roster, so I didn't really get that big check.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had enough money to get an apartment and buy some clothes in here and there, just the basic stuff. But then when I accumulated enough money, I got that car. So that was probably my biggest purchase, even to date. You know what I mean?
You did that the smart way. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So what are the pros and cons of off season?
Man, well, I guess some of the pros are that we get to let our body rest, because this past season it was a pretty long season for me. We went to Super Bowl, so we played 4 plus 16 plus 4 more or 3 more games, so it was like a 19-game season for us, and I've never played that many games in my life, so it's just good to really rest your body.
Right. And
I know I'm not the only one that was hurting. The con is that you got to wait X amount of months for football to come back again. Mm-hmm. And we know that America, the fans love football, but you know, we love football more than anybody because we're the players, you know what I mean?
Right.
So being away from football that long, you know, that bothers us a little bit. But
do you like play with friends, like, you know, at the park?
oh no,
No?
no,
You can't risk.
no. It's
Oh.
not basketball. It's a little different with basketball. Basketball you can play every day. Football you can't play. I
If
mean,
he gets hurt, ladies and
nobody's
gentlemen,
playing
he's done.
football.
Gotcha.
Nobody's putting on pads unless you're getting paid for it now.
Gotcha. Okay. My
Hello.
bad.
Thank you.
Okay.
She got to start watching sports because and reading up about it. He jeopardizing his money.
Yeah.
You know what
Nobody
I'm
doing that,
saying?
yeah.
That's how he get his money.
Yeah.
My
You
bad,
can't,
y'all.
you can't go play flag and even throw a ball. It's like, I
Nah,
don't even
man.
throw no ball, catch
Nah.
no ball, right?
Nah. The only way,
You're not risking that.
that's the only time you touching like footballs and catching and playing like stuff like that is if you're training.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're playing with other guys that are at an elite level, whether it be college or NFL, you know, you are trying to get better, but it's not just for fun because
Yeah.
you can get hurt like that.
Yeah, ain't no fun jumping off.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay.
I'm just making you a genius so you can teach your kids.
Shut up. Go ahead.
Do you have any advice that you can give to up and coming players, as far as, you know, in high school level or college level?
Yeah, no question. I think one of the things a lot of young players fail to realize is they start thinking about the NFL too early.
Yeah.
And it's just a long process. You know, it takes so much to get to the NFL, get to wherever level they're trying to get to, whether it be, it doesn't matter if it's football or basketball or sports or anything in general. You just got to take it step by step. And you got to go through school. And I think school is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just having that, you know, education as a background, because this is not promised. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, I can't. Before I got to the league, I couldn't even tell you how many people I knew that are in the league. You know what I mean? So most people you know are not going to be play football. You know what I mean? It's really rare. So a lot of kids in high school, you know, think that since they're good in high school, it's going to translate to college.
Exactly.
And they got to play good in college. And then, you know, even when they play good in college, you got to get lucky. You got to know the right people. You got to be skilled. You got to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
You know, it takes luck. So you got to stay healthy. There's so many things to it. So I would say, you know, follow your dreams and go after what you want to go after. But at the same time, make sure you get your education and take it one step at a time. You know, but all I just remaining focused on the biggest goal and the task at hand. That's what I would say.
That's right. That's what's up. I can't argue with none of that.
Exactly.
School. Stay in school.
Stay in school for sure.
Yeah.
Experience so much, learn so much.
You
You
have something to fall
no
back
one
on.
can take that away from you. So when I found out you were coming down, I kind of stalked you on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest. And I found out that you're a Scandal fan.
I am a Scandal fan.
Did you really have a Scandal party on
I
Thursday?
did it. You know, I was just talking, but I mean, I did watch it on Thursday. Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character on Scandal, Huck.
Yeah.
Huck is my favorite character. Yeah,
that
no
right?
question. Because
I think that says a lot about you.
I mean, maybe, but he's just real, you know.
Interesting.
But I like Huck a lot. But you know, I've also been watching a show called House of Cards.
I heard about that
You
show.
know, it's pretty good. It's another White House show. It
Right.
involves the president and affairs and all that. So it's good though.
Well, if you ever do decide to have a House of Cards or a Scandal party, I'll be looking for my
Okay,
invite.
cool.
I'll bring the drinks.
All right.
Whatever else. Okay, so with the Michael Sam situation right now, how do you feel about gay players going into the NFL?
I mean, I don't think it matters. You know what I mean? I think we should just treat it like anything else.
Absolutely.
You know, as long as he can contribute, I think that's the most important thing in this league, right? Because you know, if he's helping the team win games, then I'm all for it. You know what I mean? So I have no problem with it. You know, there are gay players in the locker rooms that nobody knows, and
Right.
you know, they're still playing.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of worse guys in NFL and NFL locker rooms that we just find a way to get along with. So I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think you know, if he's in the league and he's contributing, then let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yes.
So, Duke, we want to thank you so much for coming down.
Oh man, thank y'all for having me.
Yes, absolutely. It was a real pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will see you next Thursday at you.
Okay. All right.
And thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.
All right.